Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you've been a day one, thank you for coming back. So we are still going to continue with the topic of how I got into gambling, but then now we're doing part two. So we're going to be talking about when did it become a problem, this gambling thing. When did it become a problem? Give me just to guide me on what exactly I should say so that I don't skip anything. So please pardon me if you keep on seeing me on the side. I'll be just going through my notes or something, just going through the points so that I don't skip anything or I don't forget anything. Just ne. So yeah, I want to say first of all, Aviator, ne? There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with gambling, but then it becomes a problem when you start being addicted, when you can't live without it, or when you think about it a lot to a point where you can't do anything. The only thing that you think of, gambling, 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 gambling. Then it's a problem. So I've been making like money, like good money since last year. I've been making like about 5,000, 1,500, 300 just from playing with like 50 rand, 100 rand. Yeah, so this is how I became like good at it. Okay, so when you're playing that thing in that game, the Aviator, there's a section where people comment their numbers, where people share signals and stuff. So sometimes before playing, I'll just go through the charts and see if people are winning or not, if they're making good money or not. So sometimes I'll just copy the signal. If they say, okay, so the aeroplane is going to fly at, let me say, 1505, maybe play times 5 or times 10. I'll just do according to the predictions, the signal that we shared. That's what made me money. That's what helped me to make money. But then I sat down and I asked myself, how do these people know that this thing is going to fly at this time, or after 2 minutes or after 3 minutes or 5 minutes it's going to make good money? So I ended up taking their numbers, and then I WhatsApped, like I think I've WhatsApped like 3 people, 4 people, asking them to help me to get this thing right, to help me, to teach me how to predict when exactly the aeroplane is going to fly, and make good money. So this other first guy that I WhatsApped, he told me that I should just deposit money and then give him my details, and then he's going to gamble for me. I was like, why should I do that? That is risky. Like, gee, I was like, no, I don't think that's a good thing to do. And then I WhatsApped the second one, and then he was like, no, you should give me like 150, and then the other one said 200 rands. But then the one that I could afford go 100 rand. So I ended up going with the one for 100 rands, and then I joined the group. And yeah, I started learning a little bit. He would tell us that he would tell us that at such a time we were going to play, maybe at around 10 p.m. we were going to play. Please be ready. Please buy your vouchers. I would buy vouchers, but we wouldn't make like good money. It was just small money. He wasn't like explaining like properly. And then I ended up giving up. And then some people ended up suggesting this thing of saying, okay, how about we contribute money as a group and then you bet for us? And then it was like, okay, cool. I think that's a good idea. I'll go for it. And then we deposited the money, and then I think we managed to contribute like 2,000 rands, and then yeah. And then he started betting, and then the guy just went. He wasn't even sharing the signals or anything. And then he comes back after 2 weeks. No, by that time, the 2 weeks period, he even went on vacation, mind you. And he wasn't even saying anything. Sometimes he would go on the app and play, and would see him giving other people signals, and he wasn't even saying anything. So sharp. And then after 2 weeks, he decides to to comment, to talk to us, and he's like, guys, things didn't go well. Hey, nyana, nyana, I lost all the money. I didn't even make a thing. I didn't even make a cent. And people were like, oh, so you haven't been talking to us for like 2 weeks, but then you've been giving people signals and you haven't been saying anything. Can you please just refund us? Refund us our money. People were so mad. People were so mad. People were so mad. They wanted their refunds. It was just chaos. And then that's when I realized that depending on someone, it wasn't worth it. I was like, you know what? I really want to learn this thing. I want to do my own thing. I didn't tell our mentor. I just left the group. I don't even know how they resolved the problem. I just left the group, and then that was it. Then I went back to the app. And then I saw this other one who was like giving 100% signals. His signals were so accurate. Like I was making like good money out of his signals. And then I ended up taking his number and then I WhatsApped him. And sometimes I would buy him voucher. He was like a good mentor. He really taught me how to play that game. Like Jay, he just made me to be addicted. His signals were so accurate. I don't want to lie. I was making like good amount of money. The only problem was I was so busy at work to a point where I couldn't even play. So sometimes I would just send him voucher and be like, can you please play for me? And then I'll take 60 and then you take 40, like that, or 70 or 30, And then yeah, at first it worked, but then Laubedi, it didn't work. My money was gone. I was like, you know what? As long as they taught me how to play this thing, I'm going to start doing my own thing. Yeah. So yeah, I just continued playing and playing and playing, and I was making good money. But then it wasn't that bad to a point where I would say I couldn't live without it. I couldn't live without playing it. It was fine. Yeah, but last year and then this year, and then yeah. So my job was so draining. It was draining me to a point where the money that I was making, it was peanuts. Like I wasn't making like good amount of money, and Gamo, I have a child that I have to take care of. I have bills that I have to pay and stuff. So it was just chaos and happy. By that time, I was just going through a lot, to be honest. I was going through a lot. My relationship was falling apart. Everything wasn't making sense in J. Things were just things were just bad. They were really bad. So yeah, I think that's when things started going west, north, east, in different directions. Um so yeah, I remember guys, I was just going through a lot. I don't wanna lie. So now talking about it and I'm just kore ke a nagana ka dilo tše ka moka tše hlakaneng le tšona, all those things that I went through, they just coming back. It was just a sad period of my time. I don't wanna lie. I was just going through a lot. My relationship was falling apart. The guy that I thought I was going to get married to was just things were not good. Things were really bad. So that's when I started betting like aggressively. Is it aggressive? You correct me, you know English. So yeah, so now it was just that thing. I got like now I'll take my pain and then channel it more that game, and try to make money and try to feel better about myself and try to feel good about myself. That's when everything started crumbling. Period. So things really got out of hand. I started betting like every day, in the morning, afternoon, in the evening, in the morning, afternoon, almost every day, every chance I get out. gamble because I wanted to feel good about myself. I just didn't understand why God allowed me to go through that. Kamu, I don't have like a proper job, and this guy was so good to be true, and then now things are just going north. I just don't understand what's going on. Nje, things were just things were just a mess, and Kamu, I'm just trying to make more money so that I can, I can survive. I can have like a better life, guys. So then my relationship ended up, it ended. So yeah, and then it got even worse. Worse, I could say that word. It got worse because I was trying to, I don't know whether I would say I was going through it. I just didn't know how to. I just didn't know how to handle it. The only way I would feel better was me making money, or me trying to make money. And then now I started not making money, and then I started losing and losing and losing and losing and losing up until I lost my last cent. That's how bad it got. And then I ended up getting into I ended up getting in debt. Like, yeah, like in jail, things were so bad. Come on, I'm trying to fix things, and things are not fixable. Come on, my daughter is graduating like from crash, from grade RR. Next year she's going to grade R. So nje, it was just too much. Come on, I'm trying to feel good. When you're trying to have a purpose, but nje, things nje, they're not adding up. That's what was happening with me. So yeah, guys, it's really bad. I wouldn't recommend people to gamble, but you know, gambling is funny. I don't want to lie. Gambling is not bad. It depends on how you do it. You should just gamble with the money that you're prepared to lose. If you're not prepared to lose that money, please don't gamble. Don't use gambling to problems. If you do that, you're going to regret. You're going to fall. So yeah, you know what, this video is going to be too long. Let's just end it here, and then next time I think I'm going to talk about what good has it done, or is gambling a good thing, is it biblical, such things. I just want to dive into that. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on my next video. Bye guys.